and then I grabbed hold of her ankle and grabbed hold of her wrist and spun around like this, and then tossed her, and she spun on the floor, and we finished.
We've got a little feature for you, Anton. This is called Memory Lane, Anton Du Beke. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk down your memory lane. We're going to go through a few photographs of you, and you can tell us what memories these photographs bring back. Okay, you up for this?
Oh, yes, please.
Fantastic. Okay, all right, let's go for picture number one then. Here we are. There you go. So.
Oh, Anne and I. Oh, heavens above. Now that is strictly gold right there. Yeah. That's not Blackpool, is it? Are those the steps at Blackpool?
Looks like it is, actually, yeah.
Is that the
I don't think it's
Tower?
A studio, yeah. But it looks Christmassy. It looks Christmassy. Hasn't she got a Christmas top on there?
That is the dance that we did, where she was in yellow and I was in a gold sequin trouser and a yellow shirt. And we did Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel, obviously. And it was a samba, and it literally brought the house down. And that's obviously the rehearsal in the morning. Just the band call, because I'm wearing jeans.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
not a very modern, not a very modern jean, by the way.
It's not a very modern cut, that is it?
No, I have to be honest with you. That's a bootleg cut. I think you'll find very fashionable in the 80s. I have to be honest with you. That's probably one of my favourite numbers of all time on Strictly Come Dancing. The reaction of it, because we did this move where she came towards me and we did a thing called a bum spin, where I locked hold, and then she span down on the floor, on her bottom, spinning on the floor like this, whizzing around like that. And then I grabbed hold of her ankle and grabbed hold of her wrist and spun around like this, and then tossed her, and she spun on the floor, and we finished. The dance was over.
Yeah.
Apparently, the screams from the studio and the cheers from the studio could be heard in the street below. I mean, it was epic. It was everything you'd want from a reaction. It was one of the highlights.
It was a dance that defined your life, Anne Widdecombe's life, and all our lives, Anton.
I think so. It was definitely a moment in time.
All right, let's move on to picture number two on Memory Lane. We're walking down Memory Lane with Anton Du Beke, and here is a lovely photo. Oh, look, there it is. There he is.
My hero.
Yeah.
That was a pro-am at Wentworth. We played golf. I absolutely love Bruce. I love spending time with him. We became firm friends, and we played in this pro-am in the May, it was. And what you have is you have three well-known faces and one professional. And there was Brucey and myself and Russ Abbott. I mean, it's a bit showbiz, I grant you. And then there was a Spanish guy called Gonzalo Fernandez Castaño, who's a lovely boy, doesn't speak a lot of English, bit of English, doesn't reside in the UK, doesn't really know who Sir Bruce Forsyth, Russ Abbott and Anton Du Beke are, and couldn't really understand what was going on. And it was the longest 5 hours of his life, let me tell you. But it was the greatest day of my life. I played a lot of golf with Bruce, and I miss him even today. That is fun. I'd love to get that picture. That's a beautiful shot.
We'll get that photo to you. We'll get it to you. And you must think of him every time you go live to do Strictly. You must always remember him because it was his show.
I do.
His baby.
Yeah, it was the Bruce Forsyth show, really, and I do. And as I say, I still miss him now.
Yeah. And here we go. Here's Anton Du Beke with look at that. The boys. That's you with Gary and Howard.
Look at us. We're starting a new three-hander. I don't know what we're going to call it. The 3 5s probably, or the 2 10s and a £7.50 in the middle. That was at the Albert Hall actually, and it was a big gala concert, charity concert, and we were literally, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to regret it, but we were just backstage hanging out, and
hanging out with the band.
Just hang out with the band, and they are the loveliest boys. I've been great fans of them for a long time, and I've become very friendly with Gary in actual fact. And we did a duet during lockdown. We did a duet together on his sessions that he was doing. Yes. And we did one together, Gary and I. And I tell anybody who's passing, I did a duet with Gary Barlow, whether they're interested or not. They really are lovely, lovely guys, and they've been on to Strictly Come Dancing a number of years, and they're just great lads.
It'd be good to get him on as a dancer, though, wouldn't it? To get Gary on actually as a contestant one year.
I'd like that. I'd like to sing for Gary whilst he dances, as opposed to the other way around. It'd be great.
Let's see what happens.
We'll see how that goes.
And then the final photos, we're going down memory lane. This is beautiful. I love this. Look at
Oh,
this.
that
Come
was
on.
coming out of the lockdown. So it was earlier this year, in the summer this year, with the children at Wentworth, which always reminds me of Brucey. We were there on the grass range and just on our own, having just a love. They're wonderful, the children. They play everything. They love playing golf. They love playing. We played tennis and stuff. You know, just hitting bats and balls, and really, as we all did when we were children, bats and balls. We all love bats and balls.
Yeah.
I think that's the one.
Do they move well? Have you got them dancing yet?
They are dancing around the place. Henrietta will dance all night long. She will just dance around. If you put music on, certainly if there's a band playing, she'll just dance all night long. George goes into this. He's much more zen about his dancing. He gets a bit more dramatic. I think he's going to become a contemporary dancer or something.
I was going to say that was quite sort of Morrissey then, what you were doing. That was quite
was it really?
Very.
I think George could grow up to be a dancer for Matthew Bourne or something. He's going to get all sorts of dramatic and contemporary. I can sense it. I can feel it.
But more importantly, has their golf. This is because you've got to get them started young on the golf course.
I've got to get them young on the golf. Get them young on everything.
Yeah.
And then they hit the ball. I mean, that's all you want. They hit the ball. Yeah. It's just, it makes my heart sing.
Yeah.
Can't tell you.
Excellent stuff. Look, what
my dream is that we all go out and have a run of golf together.
Yes.
That's like we go out and play golf together.
That is exactly what I've said to my boys. I'm like, we're going to play around a golf, and if you don't play, one of you will be a caddy. If you don't play, you'll be a caddy. That's the rule.
And if you don't play, boarding school. Just, you know.
Use that threat every day. This has been such a nice trip down memory lane, Anton. Thank you so much. That was gorgeous.
Thank you, my love. That's brilliant. Oh, lovely pictures. Where'd you get them from? They're gorgeous.
I think they've gone through all your Instagram. Thank you so much. That was wicked.
See you again.